Oh shit, I'm looking at me. There you go. Everybody say your obligatory O's and Hayes and highs and hoes. Joe, what are the best wholesalers, Lipsies and such? Lipsies is good for closeouts. RSR, Davidson's, and Sport South are the best. Are you mad that I'm looking at you, buddy? People ditched me because I'm eating popcorn. Cody, what's up, son? Did you get that, FJ? I'm hungry. Leave me alone. I didn't realize what time it was. AG, Tyrone, what's up? You can't eat this popcorn. It's got chalky. But you know what you can have, Rocky? You can have. What did it go up to? What's up, bro? I need to get a good deed for the day. You need to do a good deed for the day. What are you going to do? I did, Cody. I'm sorry. I didn't respond to you. I apologize. Want to see a really cool high point? So what are you going to do today, Grayson? Holy fuck! Rocky, Grayson gave you $50 for food. Tell him thank you. Tell him. Come here. Come here. Come here. Sit. Oh, he's giving you the big stretch too. Sit. Sit. Give him the paw. That's his bro five for you. Give me another one. Shake. Yeah, that's for you, buddy. All right, let's get into it. I think I've had enough snackies. There. Oh, I said, yes, I did get your message, Cody. I just didn't respond to it because I'm a dumbass. Let's go ahead and start by showing you the guns. Also, I accidentally set my heat to 75 degrees because I was helping paint dry, and now I'm fucking hot. That's the one from the thumbnail. No shit, dude. Thank you so much, Grayson. I appreciate it. Love you. Fuck yeah. So that's the HK VP70, which is just a high point. The Beretta Ghost. Everything else up there that wasn't up there before. Oh yeah, Sig Pro. Hiding in the corner. Oh yeah, and another 5.56. I may have traded for one of my guns. Let's get you set up on the camera stand. Try not to end the live stream. You okay, buddy? Good for you, Rocky. So I was editing a video for Ghost of Tabor, and half of it is me saying, go lay down, buddy. I tried for one of my guns. Ha ha. 15-250, climbing more quickly, not getting close to the... Yeah, no, dude. I told you, a 6-speed manual FJ Cruiser is going to be worth its weight in gold. What about that pair of 1911? No, I still got that. It's just loaded, so it's not on the wall. Last thing I need to do is drop a loaded gun. There's an automatic that's steadily sitting at 10K, but it's not the one I'm interested in. I want the 6-speed 4-wheel drive with the rear locker and a traction. Yeah, well, unfortunately, so does every other Toyota FJ enthusiast on the planet. Running, driving, blown motor, it don't matter. They'll buy them in fiction. I like your sloth. Thank you. I'm doing the most horrible thing a streamer can do. Eating. Yeah, unfortunately. Go lay down, buddy. Go lay down. That's enough snackies. Go lay down. Opinion on 45 gap. I thoroughly dislike any caliber that Glock designed because they didn't want to put the name Smith & Wesson on the side of their gun. This is the popcorn to get, dude. Reese's. So 45 gap, for those of you that don't know, the gap stands for Glock Auto Pistol. Glock did not want to produce the 40 Smith & Wesson guns because they didn't want 40 S&W on the side of their guns. That's why I believe if you look at a 23 or a 22, they just say .40. How are you, bro? Still being dumb? Are you? Wait, did I wipe my hand on my dog? Come here, buddy. Come here. What's wrong? You want to go lay down? Go lay down. Go in the bedroom. Go eat your food. Play dead. Drop dead. Good boy. Rocky's dead. I don't like fancy calibers besides Green and Black. I never had one, but that's better than Gap and all the other odd ones. So, no, Gap was, again, because they didn't want to run 40 Smith & Wesson on the side of their guns. Is YouTube still being dumb? Yes. What about that weird SIG pistol caliber? Wasn't it 44 SIG? I don't know all the calibers. You might know that one better than I do. I've never heard of that myself. Steve also comes in. There's one coming tomorrow. Also, Liberty Arms is doing their Black Friday sales right now, and those motherfuckers have a Desert Tech MDR that I really want. Come here. Come here. You're sitting there staring at me. Let me pet you, buddy. You're not on camera. You're good, buddy. He's overheated. I didn't realize it was 74 degrees in here. You can't shoot like me? I close my eyes when I shoot. I don't know how to shoot. Nicholas, thank you. How's YouTube being dumb? Using false claims to take down my videos just because they don't like 2A. Who is Zev and what do they do? So Zev Manufacturing makes a lot of stuff. They even make AR-15s and stuff, but they kind of made a name for themselves manufacturing Gucci Glocks. And to be fair, their guns are different from a standard Gen 3 clone because at the time when they came out, they were actually manufacturing full guns. Did you take a piece of popcorn? You don't even like it, do you? And so if you look at their locking blocks and their takedowns, they're actually removable from the gun without knocking out a roll pin. So it was actually pretty impressive when they did that. Unfortunately, it's still a very overpriced Glock clone at the end of the day. Good evening, Don. How are you? Is the blue handle one a CZ Shadow 2? No, it is a SP01. It just has blue grips. I'm a really big fan of blue grips. That Beretta is getting some blue grips. That is a 92 FS Ghost that I just traded my buddy for. Logan, thank you. I can get by with 9mm, 5.56, and 308, and shoddy. I do like 410, 12, and 20. I can live with those. So, I am not, and I say this all the time, I am not a caliber guy. I am a gun guy. So if a gun is only available in 45, then I'll suffer through it. If it's only available in 9, I'll suffer through it. Guns like the CZ40 from Colt. It's literally in the name. It's a 40 cal. If I want that gun, I have to take it in 40 cal. I'll probably never shoot it. How long have you been collecting? About 7.5 years. Oh, that's messed up. You'll be fine, Ryan. Ruger Red Hawk and 454 Casul for EDC. Haywood, what's going on, man? Pros and cons. Pros, a lot of stopping power. Cons, you really think twice before shooting it because it's a very powerful round, and 2, a very expensive round. Which I want a short 9mm caliber and 22. What else do we need? You've basically said it, man. Hey, Joe, I'm thinking about my next purchase is going to be an FNX 45 Tactical. What do you think? That is the best FN made in a long time. Aramax, what is up? What's your thoughts on Bear Creek Arsenal? They're fine. Now, they are not Knights Armament. They are not LMT. They are not Noveski. They're not even, Bravo Company. But they are a perfectly fine range, light shooting. Buddy of mine, Precision for Poor, Bruce Banner, he literally uses a 6.5 upper that I got him. He says it's sub MOA all day. The Bodyguard 2.0 in Black Cherry. Let me know. Let me check. You want an 8.6 Blackout? Now that's a crazy ass round. I watched PewView shooting it, and it literally went through everything. Everything's gonna be alright. Rockabye. Rockabye. Helps if I type it right. I'm guessing it's probably either a Lipsies or an RSR exclusive. Fuck, I gotta log in. I don't know my goddamn credentials. I mean, I know what I'm doing. So I'm doing a pre-Thanksgiving sale as well. I am doing a 25% off everything in stock sale. So hey, I remembered it. Purple. No. I don't know who did the Black Cherry. Hold on a second. It yeah, I don't know. Grayson, holy shit. I need the Liberator pistol from World War II. That would be cool. Do I have an AR-15? Whatever you do, don't look up. Any love for 3D, 3rd Smith Autos, EDC 39, and Chief Specials? Never shot them. You built goofy as fuck. Yeah, still get more pussy than you. You got it used for $390. It's a pretty good price. If you're doing a sale, you have to put one that's in stock on your website. No, I don't. But yeah, I do. If ever a zombie apocalypse, I'm coming to your house, bro. He's got everything. Yeah, the problem is if there's a zombie apocalypse and I see you coming within 200 yards of my place, you're becoming a zombie. I hope someday to buy from you, get it sent to my local. I need your Ruger 380 box or a 9mm pistol with a brace shotty pistol PCO combine. Jesus, that's a lot of words. Thanks for looking. No problem, dude. MP40 or MP5 preference? Completely different guns. I'll take an MP5, roller delayed blowback. What's up, Candace? Hey, Candace, what's going? I got the Beretta Ghost from my buddy Alex. I got a Sig Pro from my buddy Alex, and I got that Diamondback from my buddy Alex. No problem, dude. Nah, Joe needs to come to my house during zombie apocalypse. I ain't leaving my house during zombie apocalypse. I got plenty of food and a dog for protection. Shut the fuck up. Yo, Willie, if you're gonna type weird shit, just keep it shorter. What do you think about the CZP-10F? I like it. I've had several. You just got 4 365 mags for $50. That's a credible deal, dude. Sorry, I was working today and doing stuff. That's why I got paint on my hands. I was actually setting up the gun side of my store. I can show you that if you want. You think it's bad? I like to keep mine. Well, no, if you're gonna carry, here's an idea: just don't fall on the fucking thing. Um, if it's DASA, I can't remember if the Shadow 2 Compact is double action, single action. I thought it was. If it's single action only, just fucking put it on safe, bro. You know, if one changes the trigger in a newly purchased pistol, if the warranty becomes null and void. It can if they can prove that you're the reason that the gun is broken. But if you're going to send in a gun for warranty work, typically just put your original parts back in it. You know, speak your mind. Yep, copy and paste the link or click it on your desktop. Yep, what's your favorite shotgun? Mossberg 930. I am your biggest fan. No, that's my biggest fan. It's about 16 inches, blows wind this way. Right, bro, kept me use his 9mm AK, but I don't want that. I used to work on Ruger before a bike wreck. I had a huge meeting for suggestions. They picked one. I said 9mm charger, but I'd love a brace 9mm charger. A brace 9mm charger would be cool. Don't have a favorite gun out of my collection anymore. I've stopped giving a frick. If I didn't have review samples and guns sent to me by manufacturers or guns that I overpaid to get back, I'd get rid of them all. Yeah, Dono, Grayson's on it, Powder. I'm glad you're back. Thank you. Why what? What did I say? You buy used gun or you get all your guns brand new? It's a mix. I usually buy used, but I'll buy a new one if the price is right. All you need a bigger fan. Thank you. What's new gun on the monitor? So that is an HK VP70. It's actually not new. My buddy Alex is putting it up in the store. For those of you that don't know, the VP70 was the first polymer frame gun. It's also a straight fucking blowback 9mm. It's basically a German high point, but it's actually made out of good materials. And it's really weird because I need to do a longer video on it. The barrel is shrouded inside the slide. So when you fire it, you hear like an echo. I stopped carrying two. I didn't have what I want, but I got what I needed. I get that one. Used can be good deals. Absolutely. How good is the 1911? If you understand the platform and you're used to the grip safety, external manual safety, and you learn to love that awesome linear trigger, it's one of the best guns in the world. If you don't like the low capacity, you switch to a 2011. It's a little bit thicker, but still gives you an amazing shooting gun. What do you think about CZ as a company? I read they did some shit to help confiscate weapons. Not sure if I read it wrong. I'm not sure about all of that. I honestly don't know if that's true or not. CZ has bought many companies and infused a lot of cash in them to keep them from going under. So at least on that respect, they've been all right. It looked like the Spectrum from Taurus. From that far away, yeah, it kind of does. Yeah. Never be afraid to buy used if you have any knowledge. Absolutely. Go to a pawn shop, go to a used gun store, and frickin' look around. You can usually tell right away. Like, you look at any of my guns, and you're going to find scratches and chips and dents and shit, because you know that I throw my stuff, and you're fine. But the guns run flawless. But you can see obvious wear. If there's a lot of barrel hood wear, like a lot of guns, a lot of striker fire guns, because they lock up on the front of the chamber, they show a lot of wear faster if they get a lot of rounds through them. Hey Jiminy, sorry for the disappearing and missing the lives. Had an EMS call that affected me, so I took some time to myself. Hope all's been well with you. Brandon, dude, do what you got to do, man. Your mental health, your physical health, your sanity is more important than coming and hanging around with the doofus on the internet. So I hope you're doing okay now. When I inherited an OG Colt 1911, I was very impressed. Would you rather have a direct impingement 308 or a piston-driven 308? I typically don't have a preference. Piston is cleaner, but direct impingement works really well. Many don't even carry when they say they do. Even a Glock with a wore-out barrel, if a good deal, just get a new barrel. Yeah, so that's the way I look at it. Jesus Christ, I got an early wake-up time in the morning. I gotta go. Grayson, dude, huge fucking donations. Thank you so much, brother. That goes directly towards paying bills and feeding the dog, who has a penchant for very expensive dog food, because he's an asshole. I'm eating a dollar store bag of popcorn, and he ate fucking Tyson's grilled chicken for dinner. Because my dog is a hole. Do I clean my guns? Yes, I clean my guns pretty much every time I take them to the range. Sometimes I'll clean them if they're, if I get them in. FV, what's up, dude? Not much. Just kind of sitting around. I'm gonna start listing all my stuff on my website tomorrow, so that'll be good. Wind City Armory. I'm doing better. I appreciate it. I'm just ready to get back to the normal routine. Also, W in the chat. Yeah, Grayson, man. Grayson is fucking awesome sometimes. Posh Doggo. You know what? He deserves it. He's an awesome dude, and he's my service dog. So he does a lot of work, and, he doesn't get all the acknowledgement. What do you think about the switches they're putting on the V-Series? Switches are for lame folks that can't shoot. So here's the thing. Switches are what they are. People are going to make them full auto because Glock made the mistake of designing it themselves. Because of that fact, switches will always be there. And the fact is, all Glock did was they closed in the raceway, changed the design of the backplate, and put 2 ramps that lowers it basically lifts the slide up when you fire it. That's not hard to compensate for. So it was bound to happen. The only reason Glock did it was because they were being threatened by California. If California hadn't threatened them, they wouldn't do shit. They knew somebody was going to make a switch immediately. They just didn't want to be associated with it. By saying, we built a new model, it was never designed to have a switch. If somebody designs a switch, it's not our fault. If they truly wanted to stop somebody from being able to put a switch on that gun, they would have put a removable firing pin channel so that it didn't have a back plate. Me for 308, I'm a bolt guy, but I said I haven't seen a ton of experiences. 2 seats for hard to judge that besides carry and reliability when the buck comes. Yeah. No flamethrower, but anybody can buy those in the U.S. Thankfully, to know about the situation here, more recent rice price come down more than it was sometimes back when people thought buying was a crazy investment idea. Yeah, but those 6-speeds, man, they're still crazy. It's like the difference between an SRT Magnum and a regular one. I've seen some past auctions where these things sold for $100,000 some dollars before for no good reason. Yeah, think it's hilarious. An SOT with an AV model. A couple days later, you put a switch on it. I watched this whole project on Reddit and I couldn't stop laughing. Yeah, it really wasn't that hard. Any semi, we could fix the pin and use the slide catch as the trigger. And yeah. Do me a favor though, Joshua. Retract that one though, just in case some idiot tries to ask you questions. How many guns do you have? Too many. I'm getting rid of a bunch. Traded off 2. Actually, I did it the wrong way. I traded off 2 and I got 3. I don't see a Gen 3 S&W on the wall. Mainly because I don't like how they feel in my hand when I shoot them. I've had them. I've had a bunch of them. But they always wind up going to different places. So I actually traded a buddy for the last 5906 Gen 3 that I had. How do I delete it? Just click on the comment and it should say retract or remove it. I can do it for you. I just didn't want to do it to you so you didn't know what was going on. No such thing as too many. There is when I'm poor. Right now, I'm poor. The $90 that Grayson gave me is more than I've made in the last few days. You change up your daily carry. Not many. Not too much. If I do, it's usually for the Springfield Operator 1911 or one of my other 1911s. What do I do? I think it's underrated. No, 22 Magnum, it's appreciated by the people that like it. It's not underrated because it's not something to recommend for a carry. And if you got varmints, you can use 17 HMR or 22 Hornet. Yeah, no problem. How many Desert Eagles do you have? I used to have 1. I don't have it anymore. Bert, selling your guns when you don't have money is how you stay poor. And I'm not calling you poor. I'm explaining it. When you sell an asset for money, but you don't have the ability to replace that asset when more money, because you don't have the money coming in, that isn't a net positive. That is literally selling personal private assets to get by. And I'm not that broke, but I'm just too broke to buy new shit. What's your opinion on a classic 9mm Beretta? You mean like that one? Do you like Remington 870? It's all right. Yeah, so think of it as selling your car for gas money. It just doesn't work out. It doesn't make sense. Take it from me, every gun sold is a regret. No, I'm gonna have like 15 or 20 in the store, but they're guns I don't care about. If they're guns I don't care about and I want to sell them, that's different. So through my store, YouTube, you motherfathers, through my store, which is an FFL that is curated, I can do whatever I want. And there's some guns I'll sell to get other guns too. I'm also poor. By the way, any thoughts on Sonoran Desert Institute? I heard mixed review. I trust your opinion more than most. It's a step in through the door of gunsmithing, Brandon, but an online course is not going to tell you all the minute things you need to learn to be a quality gunsmith. All Sonoran Desert Institute is going to do with their online courses is literally make it YouTube without ads. Because all they're going to do is show you how to do it, and then you have to figure it out kind of on your own. So that is not an education. That is literally Googling it, and then you're paying them for it. If you can do in-person courses where you get hands-on with things, that helps. But the biggest thing for Sonoran, like I said, it gets your foot in the door, and then you need to find physical things to learn on. You need to go and try to get a job as an apprentice gunsmith. You may have to volunteer your time and work for free just to learn from a good gunsmith. You own an AR? I don't know. I have no clue if I own an AR. I'm broke because I keep buying guns because I'm stupid. You're not stupid, but I'll take that orange back. What's up, everyone? Twin Gen. Hello. Did you just refer to yourself in the third person, sir? Nice looking PC playing the games. Yeah, I've been doing mostly VR. Ghost of Tabor. What is that AR handguard holding up the sloth plushies? I said pushy. It is a Unique AR's upper. It's from a company called Unique ARs. They're out of Idaho. They sent me the entire upper a long time ago. I did some testing and a video on it. And apparently this sock has a ginormous hole in it, and my foot is fucked up again. Great. Didn't realize I stepped on something. Goody. But yeah, they sent me that. It's like a $1,500 upper. Yeah, that ain't good. Just pulled a rock out of the bottom. Why do you have so many guns? I don't know. I like them. Yes, they are mine. Have I played Arc Raiders? No, my friends keep trying to get me to sign up and play it, but god damn it, I get addicted to too many games, and right now it's Ghost of Tabor. I might take some time off, though. Start playing some other games. Is that a gray 2011? Yes, the one inside the computer is a TSOS Night Stalker. First 2011 I actually bought. Chris, man, leave him alone. If he gets obnoxious, we'll take care of it. It's my favorite gun. My favorite platform is the 1911. Sorry, I'm trying to clean my stump. I had a rock in my shoe. Didn't realize it. I don't know what happened to me. Just fiddle with my guns while staring at my Steam library instead of playing. So, honestly, I really don't play too many games anymore, dude. I play Ghost of Tabor and Car Dealer Simulator. That's it. What do you play Ghost of Tabor on? I have a Quest 3. I've been thinking about getting that game. Yeah, Quest 3 is what I play it on. Quest 3 has the best optics in the VR game. They have the pancake lenses, and that headset can go up to 4K, and then I run it through PC VR instead of on the Quest 3. You can buy it standalone on Quest 3, but it doesn't run as good. 1911 or 2011? It doesn't matter. Either one. They use the same linear trigger setup. If you get it, you won't regret it. I'm poor, so I can't afford to just buy games right now. I used to play WoW 20 hours a day. So I got a friend that really got into WoW, and it really put me off of it. Like, so what he would do is he would go to work, he'd come home, and he'd play WoW. And I couldn't do that, man. I was too busy going places. It's great when people don't shoot you and it's human versus machines. Gotcha. Did you see Brandon Jerez's video review of the AA-12 auto shotgun? Pretty awesome. I didn't. I'd be interested in seeing that, though. What is WoW? World of Warcraft. Glock will never get a position over any 1911 ever. Never ask me that again. You shoot the bad guys when watching a movie with the family? I do. If I'm bored and I'm sitting with a gun, just kind of dry firing it and stuff, I'll use people on screen as targets. But just bad guys? Nah. You never point at a dog, but anybody's fair game. What is your genetics? I am a messed up sloth made out of broken parts. That's my genetics. I guess that's why my foot hurt for the last few days, Rocky. Thanks for warning me. Yeah, fuck. Who's a good boy? Never done meth, just telling you, no? Meth is fun. I had a plan to start my business doing just gun cleaning at the shows, but it's too big a gray area without a license. It only takes one person to drop the gun off and leave the show, and I'm screwed. Yeah, so, yeah, it is not wise to do gun cleaning. So if you would, it's better if you have an FFL, because then you can put it on your books as a repair, or because repairs don't require a 4473 to pick them up. The only time they have to go on your book is if you keep them for more than 24 hours. Tim Bango, you are doing the exact same thing that other people do. You're looking at my guns and you're like, oh, why don't you just sell your guns? That doesn't solve the problem of cash flow, brother. Selling a gun and using that money to pay off bills means that you don't have money. It means you're selling assets. Selling assets is dumb. Selling a physical asset that I don't have to sell is dumb. When I say I don't have money for shit, I mean I don't have disposable income. My money that I have covers my bills, my food, my insurance, my dog, my car payment, my rent, my shop space, everything I need to get by. But right now, I just don't have expendable income. I don't have money that I can throw away. So I get what you're saying, Tim, but you're looking at finances the wrong way. People, when you look at your finances from that perspective, I have this. This is worth money. I can sell this. And then you, A, have a little bit of money because you're never getting all your money back, and B, you don't have this, which means you're going to have to pay full price or whatever you paid the first time to get this back. So you're going to lose money to replace equipment that you didn't need to sell, and now you're at a net loss. You might as well just take out a bunch of credit cards, max them out, and file bankruptcy if you're going to do that kind of living. And again, I'm not picking on you, but I'm explaining why this country is about to implode in 6 months. 380 is a caliber, and 1911 is a platform. Nice guns, dude. My great-grandfather has an arsenal like that. Nice! You can buy other guns if you can hustle, sell them for more than you bought them for, and I'm sure you have connections. Basically, yes, Bert. If I want other guns. So today, my good friend Alex, he and I have known each other for years. He actually found me through the channel. He traded me. I gave him 2 guns, and he gave me 3 guns. No cash had to change hands. Virginia is now a private party sale state, so I did a deal. I got a 92 Ghost, a Sig Pro, and a Diamondback AR. For a couple of guns I never shoot anymore. That's why you despise pawn shops. I don't hate pawn shops. They do serve a service in an emergency. Like, if I needed to, I would be, and I have done it, I would be more apt to pawn a firearm for a couple of bucks. That way I can get it back. Pawn shops, if you get your pawn out within 30 days and you don't take too much money, it's cheaper than a credit card. So if it's super short term, if it's the way a pawn was meant to be done, a pawn was supposed to be a short term loan to help you cover expenses, emergencies, things like that without losing your asset. Basically like running a credit card. If you pay it off within 30 days, it's no more expensive than a credit card. Thinking about getting a Colt AR-14 AR, just new clone. Goodbye. Yeah, I mean, as long as you like it, that's the most important thing. Favorite round to use for gun range and self-defense? I really like 9mm for the range. It's a reasonably priced round that gives you plenty of recoil, and it's you know, it makes the guns more lively than like 22. But for my daily carry, I carry a 45. Dude knows what he's talking about. Respect from Belgium. Thank you, foes. Get your hustles on, you won't be poor. I am extremely disabled, bro. I've been trying to hustle the last 2 months, and I just realized my foot's fucked up tonight, so I'm probably going to wind up in the hospital after Thanksgiving. That VP70 is definitely looking pretty. I know nothing about it, but they just look so good. So it's a straight blowback pistol that if you get the Z variant, the VP70Z, it is a full auto blowback gun. You like to go off road? In trucks with 4 wheels. Climb on in, man. No, I've never really done. Pawn shops are shady. I've seen enough to know it's most of them. That's the point right there, Zone. Most of them. If you find a good one, they're fine. So if you go to a national chain one, ones that are owned by banks and large corporations, yeah, you're fucked. Their only goal is to take your money. But I know a few people that have them, and they're super solid. Mouse, what's up? Sorry about your foot. Yeah, thank you. I am on Social Security, bud. Can I buy a key for $100, sell for $4, but it'll sit on the key for about a year? I don't count that as having money. Pretty much. 300 blackout and 12 gauge are completely different. You have to have a house in Arizona to a job in Arizona to be able to pre-qualify for the house. I guess just live in an apartment for a little while. ADA requires that you are not able to ask me what my disability is, but I'm very fucked up. I have killed myself. How about that? It's not just my foot, brother. I got lots of problems that have collectively worked to kill me. Yeah, Mouse. I know that you're not into it yet right now because you're in the move, but that would have been perfect for you with your CNR. That's my buddy's numbers matching VP70. Yep. Yeah, he's moving on to rifles right now, so he brought me in some of his handguns. We had a pawn shop shut down near me because they would take guns on pawn and then turn around and sell the firearm within a couple of days. And when the people came to get it back, they'd play dumb. Oh, yeah, that is not good at all, Brandon. If they come in on a pawn and they're selling them, that is shady shit. I'm guessing that what they were trying to do was like prejudging the person, like this guy's never coming back, and then they were selling it. That is dumb as fuck. Papa's Pew Pews, what's up? What's the cheapest gun you own? I have been paid to take guns, so it doesn't really work for me. I have guns that I've literally made so much money on the other guns that I literally have no money in the guns. So, my cheapest guns are free. The Ruger XRM. What's a Ruger XRM? Oh, the RXM? So the Ruger RXM, I bought the base gun. I didn't buy it with the goal of putting the Sharps Brothers frame on it. I just bought it because it was cool. The RXM with the Sharps Brothers frame, the Holosun EPS full size, and the Timney trigger, if you go to duplicate that gun, that's a $1,300 Glock clone. It's not worth it. Wow, that's shitty. No worries. What's up, man? Christian and Beth. What's going on, kids? I always frick that one up. No problem. How you guys doing? What all do you plan on posting up on your website? I don't want to get super into it just because YouTube could be a bunch of bitches about it, but it's going to be stuff like Paris stuff, the Taurus stuff, a couple of the SIGs. It's going to be like 12 or 15 guns. Sorry, trying to say me and best sale. Oh, I understand what you're saying, Christian. How you guys doing, man? Nice sloth. Thank you. It was a gift from friends. All my sloths were gifts. Also, I used that AR to mount the optic I got from CV Light. I need to take that shooting. We're doing all right, man. Hope you're doing well yourself. I was until I realized I've had a rock in my foot for 2 days. It's part of the problem with being a double amputee and having no feeling left in the stump. I couldn't figure out why my ankle was swelling. It was because I had something in the skin, so I'm probably fucked. Because if it gets infected, I can't take antibiotics. All you new people, do me a favor, hit the like button real quick. YouTube is actively destroying my channel, and the only way around it is to counter it by getting likes and stuff. Yeah, things like the Arex Alpha is going to go. You know, some guns that I never use anymore were going to go. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to spend all day tomorrow listing them. And of course, I'm doing Black Friday sales, so everything's going to be 25% off, except for consignment guns. Oh yeah, my leg is cramping bad now. But let's go up to the front. I'll show you what I'm doing for the gun corner. Come on, Rock. Come on, bud. Oh, I'm fucked. We actually may go to the hospital after the live. It's dark. Dark, 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 dark. I put a table in here so we can sit and do paperwork and shit. Yeah, hang on a second. I'm not reading nothing. Leave me alone. Listing, yep. Oh man, I hope your foot gets better. Me too. Hey, good luck with your stream since I'm taking a break from YouTube for a couple weeks. Oh, man, I hope you're okay, brother. Come here, buddy. So, it's kind of what I'm doing. I put up another pegboard back there. The one right there, so that's going to all be long guns. Putting up shelves so that I can have pistols, and then I'm using cases for pistols. So, yeah. Oh, wow, it looks nice. Yeah, I got to finish it, of course. I mean, obviously, this whole place is torn about. Yeah, as soon as I get all that done, that'll be nice. Anybody looking for 1983 Shelby Rampage parts or Shelby Charger parts? Oh, yeah, shout out to Olight. They sent me another light. It took us 4 emails to find one I didn't already own. Come on, Rocky. Let's go. I'm fine. I've just been busy with stuff. It just takes away for me to do YouTube. I get it. Hope your foot gets better soon. Yeah, no, dude. What I just did freed up, I think, a spot that was being pressure, and now my whole leg is fucked. So we'll go as long as I can. And if I have to, I will. Because my leg is killing me. I am screwed. The last time my leg hurt this bad, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. So hit that like button, just in case the channel gets canceled while I'm in the hospital. When my leg hurts this bad, it's not good. Is this a house? No, it is a building that has both businesses and living accommodations attached to it. It is not a house. It is a commercial building with apartment capabilities. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, sorry. The pain is starting to get to me a little more than I expected. What's a good light for the CZP-10F? Well, the Olight PL3 Valkyrie is a good choice. But no, Streamlight TLR7, TLR1 if you got the full size. The Surefire, basically the X300 is pretty good. Hopefully that's not the case. Whatever it is, I hope it heals quick. Thank you. No, this is Patrick. Dude, let's get you to the hospital. Hit me up for real. I'm going to let it go for the night and see what happens. The interesting about me is pain is my life. So we'll see how it is in the morning, because if I'm fucked in the morning, that's going to be a problem. I actually have a appointment on Wednesday for a CAT scan, so maybe I'll stop at the emergency room on the way out. Dude, I like their shit, dude. It looks like a Streamlight TLR1, but it's rechargeable. Am I able to discuss my current situation with Google and YouTube? Yes, I am currently seeking an IP lawyer to file a cease and desist against YouTube for fraudulently removing my content. Now, if I actually violated TOS, like if I was a private citizen trying to sell on YouTube, I would be in violation, but I am a fucking FFL. Additionally, in 0 cases of all the videos they've removed have I ever been trying to actively sell a firearm. So they are kind of branching away from just using a fraudulent takedown system into defamation, because they're accusing me of doing something I'm not doing, which damages my reputation. So, praying for you, buddy. Me too, because I got to get your freaking stuff sent out in the morning. No, so these are fine, man. Honestly, they are as good as you can get for especially the dough. People associate one bad act with a company. SIG with their 320s, Olight with the battery failure. It was a battery failure, not the light that failed. Every company is like that. Winchester with their shitty freaking white box ammo. So all these different companies get one bad product and it ruins everybody's opinion on them. So I've never heard you try this, and I don't, because you're not supposed to. You've seen the Glock store CNR cuts for Glocks. What you think? I don't like Glocks, so I don't watch Glock store. Sorry. Think it would be a good light on a Gerson. Yes, this should fit just fine. It's a perfect length for that. It's the same size as a TLR1, and at like $120 versus 170. And you get a fucking rechargeable with the cable. I've got like 10 of these cables now. I might just put all these up on eBay or something. And they give you the extra keyway, so I think it's set up for Glock out of the box, but you can wind up putting in like a straight 1913 in there. Or 1912. Anybody know of an FRT for a Stoeger SRT 9 compact? Not on this channel that I know of, bro. We don't talk much about FRTs here. I'll be checking in once a day to let you know I'm all right. Sounds good, Snow. Do that. Even if you just send me an email, just send it to thejiminyshow@gmail.com. I'll answer it. Appreciate you being what you do. Think about the XP Pro. Love it. I've got it right there next to my Ruger GP100. That is the Fusion Firearms XP Pro. It's running a Siley Chameleon, the SRO clone. It's amazing. I love it. I love your sloth. Thank you, Elizabeth. You don't like Glocks. Unsubscribing. Wait, Axel, look. I got a Glock tattoo. Does that help? I still don't like them. As a matter of fact, you're very adamant that it's not what you do, so yeah, I say it's some fraudulent shit. Thank you. Yes, it is the PL3 Valkyrie. So I've done the PL2 Mini, the PL3, the Balder S. I've done all the different lights. So they reached out to me again. So that's the funny thing. They have multiple channel people that reach out to different channels. So literally in the course of 2 days, I got two different offers from Olight for lights, and I took them both. I'm like, whatever, free lights, and then I just do short videos. But yeah, so I actually reviewed this light when it launched, and I liked it. I was very favorable about it. Unfortunately, the problem I had with the light was that, yeah, see, there's another light right there, was that they wanted me to put the light on all my different guns, take high-res photos, and give them to them for free. Like, they wanted me to do all their marketing for them. Hey, Alex, if you're watching this, I found another mag for your rock. But yeah. So I like playing with different optics, lights, and things like that. I'm also a budget-oriented guy on this channel, so. Did they release their own red dot? I just received one today. I recommend it. It's a 3 MOA. I've reached out to them because I've been trying to get their new comp version. Take care and come back safe. I will too. I will, you too, please. Sorry, all my sentences are again. You're killing me also. I just got out of tube jail again. Yeah, Papas, it sucks, man. So because I told them off, they finally hit me with the warning, but it didn't affect my ability to go live. And basically, I've been arguing with their legal department because they're using their support staff to answer their legal correspondence because they're giving me the exact same shitty responses. Here's another thing about YouTube a lot of people don't get. They don't acknowledge disabilities, so they're actually committing discrimination because actively refusing to acknowledge somebody's a disabled person actually falls under discrimination. Brother, have a good night. Get yourself a coffee in the morning. Thank you, Axel. I will. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. You can name me as a witness in a lawsuit. It's my dream to ask a lawyer if they have an IQ of room temperature goldfish in open court. I can't bail you out when you get held in contempt. Do deer hunt? No, I don't. I do have one question, though. What's up, dude? I know I'm disabled also. Yeah, so... Yeah, like I asked them to just acknowledge that I'm disabled, and they refuse to. So they're flat-out refusal, which I have recorded. Yeah, I'm seeking an IP lawyer to protect myself, as well as a buddy of mine who is an IP lawyer. She doesn't specialize in it, but she can put me in contact with people. So, yes, I am actively seeking counsel to. Basically, I just want a channel partner, which is what I told him. I want a dedicated long form channel partner. I have a shorts channel partner because people were flagging my shit erroneously, trying to say that I was trying to sell there. So they eventually gave me a shorts channel partner. How did you start this channel with these pew pews? Here's the funny thing, Snow. I didn't. If you go back, I didn't put gun content on this channel until October of 2017. I started doing videos on this channel in 2016. I was doing car reviews and video game hunts. Do I have a 509 Tactical? No, I don't like the plastic on the 5 Series. I would, if I'm going to buy a 9mm from FN, I would go with the FNS9. How'd you start that? What's your disability? I have a myriad of disabilities. I'm just disabled via damaged goods. My entire body is a fail. You know, I tell people that I was a Temu knockoff made with bad parts. That's neat. I figured I'd ask. Thanks. No problem, dude. Also, here's my suggestion to some people if you're doing pew pew videos. Don't put, and sorry, Papas, I'm throwing it out there. I know that you have it in your name. Don't put the word guns, firearms, tactical, pew pew, ammo, or any of that in your name. Because the algorithm, the AI they use, targets those words. They try to find those, and then they target your channels. That's why guys like Skip's Guns keeps getting takedowns. Beyond Seclusion, I didn't realize that his whole channel was gone. I just never watched the guy, but apparently his whole channel was deleted. But I got friends that like Ammo Alchemist keeps getting struck. All the people I know that keep getting struck fast, like hard, over and over, have something to do with guns in their name. Change your channel name right now. Grow it without it. My plaque doesn't say Jiminy Shoots, it says Jiminy Show. So, Whipple Supercharger or Twin Turbo my Gen 5 Coyote V8. I would Twin Turbo it because that engine can rev to almost 8K. Especially if you had a track key or a performance key. Like my 2014 was limited to 6,800 RPM until I got the Boss 302 track key, and then it would allow it raised the red line to 7,300. Turbos like RPMs. Superchargers are for low down grunt. I would supercharge a Hemi. I would turbocharge Coyote. Dude, nice collections. Thank you, TRP. Yeah, sorry, dude. Like I said, I'm not calling anybody out for using it in their name because you guys are trying to grow your brand. You're trying to be known for it. You want to be it. Like PewView, he's huge, so he gets away with it. But other people, they get struck because small creators are first on the chopping block. An established creator with a decade of experience gets a little bit more leeway. But like you said, what they're doing to me is they're taking down my 8-year-old videos. They haven't hit a new video. They've only hit the old videos. So they're trying to take my shit down. How long I've followed you, to be honest, at least a year or two, possibly more. Trucking for 6 years, left with the inability to understand time as a whole. I get that, Brandon. Honestly, since they went back to the ads, I didn't even know who you were the first time. That's why I put Mud Racer for my channel and Snow Racer so the YouTube AI doesn't target me. Also, for those of you that create content, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip. If you're doing videos, spend the first minute not shooting it, not talking about the gun. Just use it as a greeting. Don't do a call to action. Don't beg for subs. That's fucking stupid. That actually will make people not sub you. But spend the first minute not talking about guns. The AI algorithm checks the first minute or so for guns. That's why Demo Ranch was doing longer and longer skits at the beginning of his videos. He was trying to avoid demonetization. Send me those to the UK. Sorry, can't do that. I know nothing about this topic, but how come it seems that the smaller channels get striked, but not the bigger ones? Because the smaller the channel, the less money you're making YouTube and Google as a whole. So they tend to attack you a little bit more. I've noticed that A, since I threatened them with a lawsuit, and 2, we've grown the channel like over 1,500 subs this month and probably another 500,000 views. They've backed off a little bit. That's what I got struck on. It was a 1-year-old video. Yep. Hello, Thomas, sorry. They do that for certain words, like the cough thing we had. Podcast had to make up words for it to not get flagged. Oh yeah, no, fucking yeah. When they started banning the word COVID, that was stupid. But they also started doing it. Like they set their algorithm to go like super hardcore searching for Charlie Kirk after his assassination, and they were like censoring a lot of shit. And to be clear, YouTube has the right to censor whoever they want. However, if you follow their terms of service that they set out and you do not break the rules, they should not have the ability to do just whatever they want. If you are in clear violation, idiots that put how to modify your gun to be fully automatic, that's a violation of TOS. But those of us that are just in the review space, we should not be getting censored. I was going to say illegally, but fraudulently. How you feeling today? Pretty good, dude. Luckily, I'm not big enough for them to pick on. There's going to be a point where you're midway between big enough and too small. But it's great how much information he gives about one has for people who doesn't know about the PPUs that he has, which is cool. Which guy are we talking about? I gotta head out for a bit. Hopefully I'll be back on soon. If not, have a good night and hope you feel better in the morning. Thank you. I'm sitting with my leg elevated and tilted back. I'm hoping that so I pulled a rock out of the soft tissue, and now that the blood flow is coming back through the leg, it's starting to swell. So we'll see what happens. This censorship sometimes seems one-sided. It's very one-sided. Google doesn't censor for the sake of trying to maintain civility. They censor for money. Google and YouTube are strictly for profit. There is nothing in Google's heart that is pure. Parent company Google does not give money to charities because they want to. They give money to charities because they can use it as a fucking tax write-off. If you talk to any top level executive at Google, which you'll never do unless you're a top level executive at another company, you will see that they don't know what their company does. They just know what their executives are doing, and their executives aren't doing anything. So literally nobody at Google gives a frick about us. If I had to pick a Glock, I'd take a Glock 34. Oh, Demolition Ranch? Got it. Someone said the Staccato HD is what a Glock 2011 would be now. I can't unsee it. Probably, I guess. Hey, Gabe, what's up? Or if you speak Indian. I tried doing that for an entire live stream and they didn't bother me. Oh, no. What did they do? What is the percentage of view does YouTube pay by? Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you just said. So Google pays per mille, which is for every 1,000 views your channel gets when you're monetized, they pay a certain amount. It varies from genre to genre. So like Ryan's toy reviews, he probably makes $20 for every 1,000 views he gets, and YouTube takes 40% of that. So he gets roughly $12 for every 1,000 views he gets, and he gets millions of views per video. I, on the other hand, make about $5 per 1,000 views. Do any metal slapping lately? Unfortunately not. I did fuck a robot, but that wasn't probably what you were meaning. No, I haven't had time to go to the range, dealing with shit, my health, holidays coming up. It's been cold and I'm a little bitch, so I have not gone out. There's so many pistols. They take 40%? Yes, they do. They take 30% of the donations that I get on this channel, which is why I always tell people to go to Cash App if you want to give me money to support the channel, because that goes 100% to me. So yeah. But yeah, they take 40%, man. But you got to understand, they host 2,500 of my videos without me paying them. Their servers present my content to billions of people without me paying them. So yes, they do take that much. Let me say this, when you're monetized, do not play any copyrighted music. 100%. The algorithm definitely targets big channels for copyrighted. But they make money from advertising. They only make money from advertising when it plays on our videos. So it's kind of, we make them the money that they take. But yes, they do set up deals for advertising, but they only get those advertising deals because of us. So not only do they get their advertising deals that they make, but they get their 40% from us for hosting the videos. I need the Tesla bot to be my mag loader. Hope it's cheap. What? Glock discontinued before GTA 6. Yeah. Well, they're back, though. And they're already switched. I don't know why I keep trying to disassemble this light. I'm not good at growing plants. As you can see, I have a black thumb. I wonder if it tastes funny. Don't lick batteries. Nope. Is that 320 a Legion? Yes, that 320 is an X5 Legion with an Armory Craft dual adjustable trigger. The one at the top is just an M17 that I converted. That's all I had to say because I don't want any channel who's monetized here on YouTube to not play any copyright. Yeah, exactly. Especially even in lives and stuff. This isn't Twitch. You can't get away with that. Even Twitch had to cut down. I taste that thing. Well, I saw the bottom and it looked like a battery. You ever lick a 9-volt when you were a kid? Do you like the Ramjet comp? Never shot. What caliber is the sloth up there? The one at the top likes his 5.56s. This guy likes his 12 gauges. The one in the computer there likes 380s. Thoughts on Shield X by M&P if you got your hands on it? It feels good. It feels fine to me. It's not that much different to warrant a change. Like if you have a standard Shield Plus, don't bother. But if you haven't, you'll be fine. You think you applied to 13 jobs so far? Well, man, just keep plugging away. You'll find something, dude. Good thing I mentioned what I said. Absolutely, dude. Kramer, thanks for you still doing it right. No problem, dude. Tommy, what's up? There's a guy on live giving away guns. How is he doing that? He's not supposed to, and he's going to get in trouble. Are you talking about muzzle broke? So the only way that you can legally give away guns through YouTube is if you use a third-party company like Fan of Them, and then you cannot sell raffles for a gun. You can sell items such as mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, shit like that, and then you can give away a winner can get a gun through companies like Fan of Them. But literally what he's doing is against TOS. It's right in the TOS. So if the algorithm catches him, he's going to get in a lot of trouble. Same as my Shield Plus, only with the 15-round mag. Yep, there you go. Snow, I hope you have a good day, man. And we'll see you when you come back. Pistol politics like PSR. Well, yeah, all the 3D print community got hit hard. This guy's got pew-pews in the clouds. Couple. The Ramjet is overpriced. It's good, definitely works, but a recoil impulse felt weird for me. Stock Glocks and lots of training is better. So any comp does help, and it does take getting used to. I like Harrington Arms, but it requires a threaded barrel. Hello, John Crump. What's going on, dude? Long time no tight. I love that guy. He's interesting, and he's done some cool stuff. Another guy I really like is Booligan Shooting Sports. I found him when I was looking at my first Star BM9. Holy fuck, my leg hurts. And it was interesting to watch him because he does a lot of 3D print. Any advice on someone starting a channel like yourself? Don't put the word gun, ammo, firearms, training, seclusion, ammo in your title. And consistency. I got lucky as fuck, man. I got super lucky. All I did was I made a short that got me 80,000 viewers, you know. There's a lot of competition shooters who shoot better with the Ramjet Glock than a Staccato. It's underrated. Oh, a comped Glock is definitely good. Know all the gun caters. Okay. After touring 10 houses in Arizona, we decided we want to buy a house around Gilbert or Chandler. Interesting. You have any comps on an Echelon that were reliable with stock components? I do not have anything on an Echelon. My Echelon is a standard barrel. I have not gotten a threaded barrel for it. This is Whatnot for Guns. I'll bid first. $5. Nice try. Thank you for the advice. Much appreciated. Yep, not a problem, dude. Sorry, my eyes are going cross-eyed. I thought I was just tired, but it might be that I have a pretty bad infection from my leg. Dang, big, been waiting for you to go live again. Been wondering if I could send you a few pics of a very nice custom Colt 1911 I just inherited. How can I go about sending you some pics and the story? You can email me at thejiminnyshow@gmail.com. I thought about putting a comp on my echelon. You should. What was the name of the 3D print guy? PSR. Oh, the other guy. Booligan. Booligan. Shooting Sports. He does like these crazy ass customs, man. They're not like, oh, this is your mama's 34 Glock or whatever. He builds these insane fucking things. I will ask, what is your favorite 2011? Currently, the ones that I like best are my Gerson Match X full custom and my T-Sauce my Night Stalker full custom. I almost called it a T-Sauce Nighthawk. It's not only luck, you have knowledge on firearms. It is, but it also is very much luck. Omar, I appreciate you saying that, but if you look at my analytics, there are several videos that have almost 10 million views, and they're the ones that got me all my subscribers. The vast majority of my 180,000 subscribers come from my shorts videos. I think something like 130,000 of my subscribers come from my shorts videos. So, like, I would be at 50,000 if I didn't have the short that I did. And what I did was I literally disassembled a SIG 320 on my couch and titled it, "Your Glock Can't Do This." What is the smooth-looking gun above the computer? That is an HK VP70. That is the world's first high point. It's also the first polymer pistol commercial. Have I found the XP Pro to be reliable? I want a 2011 that can run through anything. Yes! Caveat. They sent me 3 sets of springs for it because depending on the weight of the rounds you're shooting, you could have some feeding issues. So you need to be consistent with what you shoot. I have an FNX 45. I've not shot in a long time. Am I damaging my gun by not shooting it? Not at all. The only way you can really damage the gun is improper storage. Too dry with no lubrication, too humid without checking it, things like that. A gun can sit inert as long as it's stored correctly for decades and be fine. I want a Sandhawk. Give me back my TSO and I'll pray to God. And that wasn't a blasphemy on religion. I will honestly pray. How can we pump up the Twitch so you can get the Amazon membership thing? Oh, yeah. So go over to twitch.com. And sign up and follow me. I'm going to start streaming more. I'm going to the hospital after the live to check my foot because it's really starting to hurt. But yeah, if you go over to twitch.com/The Jiminy Show and sign up there, I did a 4-hour or a 3.5-hour live stream just playing VR games. I'm going to keep doing that, but it's mostly kind of like this, but I can do whatever I want there. Lamafau can't do a lot of things pretty much. I'm not a big fan of putting like a gun sock over your gun because that can lead, if you get into a humid situation and you hadn't checked your gun in a while, they can still corrode. So store it in a position where it's not laying in oil because that can also damage the finish. If you can store them vertically, I would recommend that. What SIG is that 3 guns above you? That is a SIG 365 Fuse and a 320 Custom. You look like you're in a lot of pain. I am, thank you. The trigger is heavy on the VP70. Absolutely, man. It's a very heavy trigger because that gun was originally designed to be full auto, and it was converted to semi-auto for the civilian market. Try and shoot a 30-30 out of an FNX 45 and tell me how it goes. I will. FV, I've been just working too hard, and apparently I stepped on something that went into my foot. I pulled it out during the beginning of this live stream, and as soon as I did that, the pain shot up in my leg. So I think whatever it was blocking the blood flow, so we'll see what happens. You don't use Twitter? I think I'm following you there. Twitter might help people find your streams. The problem with that is, I am not a social media guy as much as I do this. I didn't start this to be a social media guy, and for me to dedicate like a couple hours a day just to social media, I need a lot more money coming in to be able to dedicate my time. That's why I'm putting shit back in the gun store. Why so few guns? It's sad. Good morning. Happy birthday, dude. I've been here enough pretty much every gun now. Ah, but there's 3 guns up there that you didn't know. That makes sense why the trigger's heavy. Yep, my gun's just stay laying around my house, one on the couch, one under the dining room table, BS like that. Yeah, so honestly, I just don't, I tend to store them. Like, I use this to move them around when I'm done with the stream. I'll load them up in this, take them to the safe room, put them away, and then I use this a couple of trips with that. Keeps them protected too. Go to CV Life, Country Values for Life, CV Life, buy their shit. It's like $24. You can get an 8-gun rack. It is foam and plastic, but fuck, dude, it works. The 4 guns, buy your play button. If you're talking about the ones on top of the computer, you got a Gerson Match X, an Osprey Suppressor, a Gerson Influencer X, Dan Wesson DWX, and an HK VP70. So you're looking at about $5,000 on top of the computer. Is the website going to be updated? Assuming I don't get to stay in the hospital for the holidays, yes. You have any Cabots? Maybe Pit Viper or a Sand Viper. Don't put Cabot in the same sentence as a Pit Viper or a Sand Viper. Cabot is trash, man. Cabot is not a custom shop. They manufacture all their frames at once and they build them to order, and they usually fuck them up. I know 3 people with Cabots that have fucked up guns. Didn't get the features they paid for. The guns took 9 months for no fucking reason. They also own Alchemy Arms. I'll never get a Cabot gun because I don't like them. Not for the price. There's no 12 gauge up there today. Nope. You found your pocket holster. Awesome, dude. Man, sorry, I hope you get better soon. Me too. Found about 5 to 6 Wesson DWXs. They all got horrible finishing on them, so it's not just yours. Really a bummer, especially for that price. The entire 2025 run is trash. I don't know what happened. If you had to, Holosun 509T, Trijicon RCR, or the Acro PT. So I have the 509 Tactical. I don't have the RCR or the Acro, but I really like the 509. It was in the top zipper of my range bag. Nice. Hello, dude. Gas is so cheap in Arizona. Dude, your mind is made up, and I'm all for it, brother. Welcome back to the United States. Paid $4.75 a gallon. It's like $2.60 here right now. I can't take it anymore. I'm done with this. Blinds himself. Actually, it's not that light right now. The fuck? I'm trying to remember how the lights work now. What's your personal favorite? I don't really have one anymore. I used to say I had favorites, and now I like them all equally. What would you recommend for a price point of $8,000? A Nemo Arms 338 Lapua. No. He said Arizona is cheap, Axel. He was in Arizona, but he's in Cali. Cali is $4.75. I get the shout out too, unless you really like the 2011. What got you into guns? A buddy of mine and his father were starting a gun store. They took me to the range, and I really liked shooting guns, so. You sell any? I own a gun store, so yeah. I have to work on the website and get stuff uploaded. I haven't done that in a while. I got to take pictures and get them all done. I shoot a lot of my gun, Matt. I'm now dead set on Shadow 2 Compact, but I'm goofy and changed my mind often shot it and really like it. Well, get it and see what you think. Yeah, I don't have any Colt Salmuth. I'm in Winchester, Virginia. I like the idea of the bull barrel. Love CZs. It's a good light for a Kimber 1911. Surefire X300. If you have a compact one, something in the TLR, TLR7, TLR8. I wouldn't last 5 seconds in you. Somebody ban him, please. In Arizona, it was like 278. Yep. What's your website? WinCityArmory.com. How much you reckon you shot in ammo in your lifetime? 10 grand or more? Oh, well more than that, dude. I've got 8,000 rounds through a 357 revolver. That's like 60 some cents a round, so that's, over $4 grand right there. My 1911s, I probably put 50,000 rounds, 60,000 rounds through all my 1911s in the last 8 years. So just that is, let's say it's 50 cents a round, that's 30 grand. Ammo will always be more expensive than the gun. You spend at least 10 times the money over the life of a gun on ammo and accessories than you do on the gun. Do I got a 43X? Nope. Am I LGBTQ? I'm an ally. I cross-dress from time to time for fun. It's a full size. Yeah, I go with the Surefire X300, Streamlight TLR1, or today's sponsor, Olight with the PL3 Valkyrie. It's the same size as the TLR1. Actually, they're not a sponsor. They just sent me the light for a review. But I actually do like this light. I worked with them when they launched this light. Sounds more like an old school Toyota picked something up from you. Well, oh my God, ammo is so much money. It really is, man. Just think about it. A box of 45 ACP is about $30. So, and that's 50 rounds. So 100 rounds is $60. Now multiply that times 600, excuse me. They are way cheaper. Yeah. Not LGBT, Elemental P, just prefers drag. Just joining. I'm a very big lesbian. I really like the girls. And seeing new additions to the setup. Hey, Rashad. Yep, traded a few guns with a couple of guys. What's up? You and Rocky have a good weekend? Kinda. We went to my buddy Sam's place for an early Thanksgiving dinner with him and his friends. Basically sat outside because Rocky was, being Rocky. 4 other dogs were there. And before we left, my buddy Sam brought out his dog, Millie, which is my, I watched her for like 3 days once. And she and Rocky didn't get along. They went to bite each other. I stuck my hand in between of them, and I got bit in the hand pretty bad. I think Glocks are overrated. Yep. You like me? I'm cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's your most expensive? So like cost-wise, I don't spend full price, so it's hard for me to really say. Value-wise, I've got an STI Grandmaster that's worth about $5,000. That AR up there, if you build it with the parts that it has in it, runs about $5,000. Do I have a high power? Yes, I actually do. I traded my buddy Stone back for my Belgian high power. I'm sending him something. He's sending me my high power back. In the state of Virginia, we got our private sales rights back. So, fuck yeah, dude. Private sales are back on the menu. Shortages on propellant, so ammo just keeps going up. Yeah, that sucks. I love guns. I have a Russian M91 30 Mosin Nagant rifle. Me too. I got a Tula. I think your take on Cabot is interesting. I'm a Gun of the Month club member, also since the beginning, and own quite a few. Helmuth, if you like their guns, more power to you, but I have had guns shipped in from Cabot and Alchemy Arms, and they're just not impressive at all, dude. I'll take my $1,000 Springfield 1911s over Cabot any fucking day of the week. Their tolerances are too tight because they don't properly finish them. They sell guns to people, and I'm not calling you out by saying this, they sell guns to collectors, not shooters. Their guns are not shooters. Their guns are collector pieces. They can shoot if you tune them, but out of the box, I would not trust a Cabot. A Cabot needs to be fully disassembled and finished. You traded a high power for a high point. Come on, don't just sell yourself short. You also traded for a knockoff CZ. Mosin is smooth, straight, controlled recoil. Yeah, they're pretty good. Glocks aren't that bad. I feel like Glock is getting copied a lot. Of course they're getting copied. The reason why Glock gets copied a lot is because every gun manufacturer is making a gun that people think is good, and they can sell it for $300. If they can sell it for $300, they're making it for under $200. That is a 33% markup in terms of profit. So, of course, 60%, excuse me, markup in price for a gun. Yes, absolutely. If you can make a gun that's semi-reliable for a very cheap price that everybody's going to buy, of course it's going to be profitable. That's the only reason they make them. The companies that make 1911 inspired guns, they're all clones, unless you count Singer, Remington, Rand, and Colt. They make them, but a good 1911 with features is $700 to $1,500. Is there a 22 long rifle suppressor you'd recommend? Yes, the Switchback from Silencer Co. You end up in the hospital. Do you have a plan for Rocky? Sorry, you got to deal with this shit. Just concerned. Well, I can take him to the emergency room with me because he's allowed in any public places that a dog can go or that a human can go. But if I have to stay for a couple of days, I'll have my parents come get him. Buying a gun just to collect it is dumb. I'm not going to say that. If you have the disposable income, do what you want to do. I agree that it doesn't make sense for people like me who shoots all his guns. I've sold some of my guns because I've never shot them. Like one of the guns I'm getting rid of is that Fuse because I never shoot the fucking thing. It's still never been shot. Have I shot a Singer or a North American Arms 1911s? I have not. My buddy McManus has an original Singer, and I keep threatening to just pocket around and go over to his house and desk pop in the middle of his house because he refuses to shoot it. And the difference between a shooting Singer and a non-shooting Singer is like 40 grand. What's my favorite Glock clone? The two that I'm currently enamored with. The Daria Arms, which is a Gen 4, Gen 5 compatible clone, which puts it in a different class from all the standard ones. That gun can take a Gen 5 top and all components, which is really nice. And then Ruger's RXM for the money is exceptionally well built. I bought a solid gold Deagle and he ain't shooting it. That's fine though. I mean, shoot it though. Don't be a pussy. Do I have a musket? Nope. But I like to put a lot of shit into a shotgun and shoot it out. But YouTube doesn't like that anymore. Thus CG started making the P10. Pretty much, man. But here's the deal. The price is lesser than Glock and the gun is better. Better ergonomics, better trigger, better feel, just better shooting gun. That's the other thing too. Most manufacturers of a Glock clone make a gun that's better than Glock. It's not as reliable. No, their tolerances are slightly better. Favorite caliber to shoot? 9 and 45. What are good entry pistols? FN, or not FN, CZ P10 line, you can get them routinely around $400. Canics, definitely, they're around $400 for like their base meta and TP9 lines. Smith & Wesson M&P, when they go on sale, you can usually find a base 2.0 for somewhere in the 4s to low 5s. Yep, has a block 17. Nice. Did you see people have already figured out how to put a switch? Yep. It was a gun store that did it. In my tax bracket, I can afford a gun too nice to shoot, a car too nice to drive, or sunglasses too nice to wear. Yep, me neither, dude. My North American Arms and Singers have been shot as well as my gyro jets. That's awesome, dude. I'd love to shoot a gyro jet. Speaking of different guns, turns out a Gen 5 Glock assembly will fit in a dagger. Wait, how? Dagger's your Gen 3 with 3 pins. What's a gun that you want that you don't have in your collection right now? I want a SIG 226 Reserve. They're very expensive and hard to get. Only problem with Glock clones is break-in period and parts incompatibility. Yeah, but again, if you do it right, or if you can work on your guns yourself, you can usually make a pretty good one. Fuck. Let's go with the Acro over the far right of the PC fan. That's not an Acro, but that is a Dan Wesson DWX with a Burris Fastfire E. That will be on my website tomorrow, assuming I'm not in the hospital. Was reading up why Glock made the 18. It was for an Austrian counterterrorism unit called EKO Cobra. Yes. It was always designed to be used by special forces. It was never designed to be in civilian hands. All great recommendations. Thank you, Gabe. Sup, been a while, finished school, and I'm break, so going to be here now. How are you? Buff, what's up, dude? Pretty good. Would you recommend match grade barrels for tighter groups? So match grade is a little bit confusing to people. When they see the word match grade, they automatically think the barrel is more accurate. It means that the entire gun was, a little bit more care was put into the assembly of the gun. So a match grade gun usually means that it had a little more hand fitting, shit like that. It just means that they're slightly better. But if you're not having a problem shooting your gun now, you're not going to notice a difference in a match grade barrel. I want a 226 Nightmare. That would be cool. I've never held one of those in person. Icarus frame or Sharps Brothers frame for the Echelon for big hands. For big hands, you're going to want to go with the Icarus. The Icarus is more of a competition style, so it's bigger. The Sharps Brothers frame is more of a carry size. Without the magwell on it, I'm 6'4". My pinky doesn't fit on the gun. So, and that's with a full-size frame. That is a full-size Echelon, not a compact. And my fingers are a little bit loose on the gun. Please tell me you rescued Milo. Nope, unfortunately, Milo is still trapped in the hellhole that is behind my computer. Yep, my whole fucking leg is fucking huge. I love my Icarus grip. Yeah, I had both. Shot Stone's Icarus grip and sold it. Glock clones are like Turkish clones? No. You've just been using the wrong ones, dude. Is a Wilson Combat double stack 1911 basically just a 2011? Yes. Thank you for the donation. Sorry, Swerve. I didn't notice that was a donation. I apologize. Yes, Wilson Combat's 2011 is literally a 1911 or 2011. Staccato owns the rights to the name 2011. That's why no other manufacturer is allowed to call their gun a 2011. That's why Kimber calls theirs a 2K11, and other companies like Gerson calls that a 2311. If you look at the other side, it says 2311 on it. That might be an infection. Oh, it's 100% an infection, dude. I pulled a giant rock out of the bottom of this stump. And it's definitely infected, so. That's so lame. I promise I'll have it up for the next live, assuming I'm not in the hospital tomorrow. You have a 1911? Nope, not a single one. I don't know what a 1911 looks like, buddy. So if anybody's asking me if I ever have a Beretta 92, I traded for a Ghost. So I have a fucking Ghost. It's an early Ghost, too. They built these up until just recently. So if you have a newer one, they're not as good. This is an old one. I see you took the GP100 down. Nope, it's above my play button. I just moved them around. I don't always keep them up. I was out for the entire weekend, so I took them all down. I realize they make an auto 12 gauge, but in the form of an AK. Nice. Oh no, you have a Ghost gun. Yeah. I used to have a GP100. It's a great gun. In my opinion, the Ruger GP100 is better than the Colt Python. It has a better trigger. It feels nicer and smoother. I think I'd eat my own leg for a Phoenix Trinity 1911. They make some nice stuff. Those are all fake guns. You got it, Gallo. I went through all the effort of buying fake guns. And not only did I buy fake guns, I bought fake ammunition and made sure that my airsoft mags looked really real. So those are actually airsoft containers. They use slightly large propellant, though. So yeah, I literally made sure to only have fake guns. What's my favorite PCC? CMMG Banshee. Second would be Ruger's PCC. What mods and enhancements do the computer chips installed on your arms do? They give me aimbot. Had a Rock Island, it dropped out of tension holster condition 1, barrel in my face, cocked and locked, but I think traditional tolerances save my ass. A lot of the new tight ones go bang. Well, yeah, if it was cocked and locked, it's not going to go bang. When you cock it and lock it, the hammer literally can't fall. But yeah, that's why they're designed that way. And they're designed to be carried cocked and locked. So thank you for carrying it the right way. If you had it cocked but not locked, it might have gone off. But the only way that actually 1911s go off if you drop them muzzle first. So the reason why it doesn't go off when you drop it ass first is because they're hammer fired. And the hammer isn't getting enough tension release to hit the hammer, the firing pin right. Have you seen it? Kind of a dumb question, but AR or AK? AR primarily, but I respect AKs. Stop playing with your Pepino dog or you're going to go blind. I am playing with my stump. So, instead of pew pew, it's pew pew. Do I have a 40 Smith and you lost me at 40 Smith and Wesson? I just don't enjoy that Colt revolver cylinders spin clockwise. Like just follow Smith and Ruger and spin counterclockwise, weirdos. It really messes it up when you're trying to trick your friends when you're playing Russian roulette. Garland, the thumb, dropped some cocked and locked 1911s, and they went bang. So I would like to see the raw footage of him doing it, because I guarantee you he dropped them a lot. Because Ben Stoger did it, and the only way he could get them to go off reliably was to drop them on their nose. I just pictured RoboCop when he's practice shooting on the baby food. Lol. Do you get phantom pain? No. What I do get is phantom feeling. Like, I miss being able to crack my toes. That was one of the best things ever. What do you think of the old PWC? Oh, the Daniel Defense. Never mess with it. I've not touched a saber. So I should start a goal. My buddy's store, Liberty Arms, they have a Desert Tech MDR. If you've never seen one, they're really cool. They're bullpup. I know it's a fucking bullpup, but it's an awesome one. Hold on a second, I'll look it up. I'll look it up and put it up on screen. Oh, fuck. I don't have my do not disturb on, and somebody just texted me, you fucking bitch. Hold on. So, this is a Desert Tech MDR. It's a really interesting gun, and it's really heavy. It doesn't feel like a Turkish piece of shite, and I really want to get my hands on it. But it's $2,000, so if one of you guys wants to give me $2,000, we can set the goal and just end it right now. Because I don't have money. I've also heard the whole dropping from 5th floor not going off. Yeah. I see PSA made their own version of Life Light Honey Badger. Don't know anything about that, dude. Vet, nope. Micro Draker, nope. I have taste. The MDR is cool because you can change calibers with the barrel swap. Well, yeah, they function very much similar to an AR-15. Send away! No money, just guns. Yeah, well, then send me a Desert Tech. I'll take it. What should be my first handgun? I don't answer that question for people I don't know. What I would tell you is go to a gun store and try as many different guns as you can get your hands on. So pick up as many different guns as they have and see what feels good in your hand. Then go rent that gun at a range and shoot that gun. Spend $100, waste a day shooting guns, and see what you like. It's the best advice I can give you. What is the gun under the AR right of the sight? So up there we've got, if you're talking which AR, that is an Echelon, an RXM, and a Fusion Firearms XF Pro. That is a SIG 320 custom. Can I be in your will? If you can find the body. What is your EDC? 1911s. My latest piece is a Mossberg 940 SPX FDE. Put a rail on for my old Mepro 21 and no hill. That's a good choice. Just bought a Draco and realized it's a waste of money. Sorry, Flyboy. I could have told you that. Milo is lonely. Do you hear him calling? Thanks to Redneck, you all get to look at my asshole. I was going to do OnlyFans for this. There. You happy? Milo is safe. Do I like high points? Yes. I also like low points. They're funny to watch. Wait, what? Lol. You saved him! Yeah. Milo is now safe. Draco, overpriced and shite. It's not overpriced and shite. It's overpriced and not practical. If they were practical, then they'd be, you can get them in the 700s for a 7.62. Look at what promotes using Dracos. Don't buy anything these people like. They don't know their guns. I would buy a Draco just to weld on a stock. Good to have you back, Milo. Thank you, Redneck. What's your favorite handgun? The 1911 platform is my favorite. I don't have a particular one anymore. What do I think about the VZ61? I don't know what that is. At least I'm willing to admit I don't know what some guns are. Hold on. Fuck you, AdSense. VZ61. Is that a rifle? It's like a Draco. But at least it has a stock. Would you agree that Sheriff Buford T. Justice of the Texas Highway Patrol is the best man to ever wear the badge? As long as he wasn't chasing a black Trans Am. In your opinion, what is the best 45 carry ammo? The two that I carry are Hornady and Federal HST. So, you should now buy a Draco for clickbait. I can. I know where one is. Pretty damn cheap. I got a Zastava M92 with iMac brace and tail hook, so it looks like a stock in Bulgarian flash hider. That's cool. Should I get rid of my 320? Why? You getting that one Super Service Viper gun, the one that's like a 1911 but better, so good it's scary? I don't know which one that is. I like that. I'm the same way. I hate people that pretend they know when they don't know. I agree, Gabe. Is a shockwave with a brace and pistol grip legal? Yes. When they allowed the injunction on the pistol brace ban, it allowed the shockwave to go back into legality. I used to have one. Can't pick up guns, Anthony. Hey, boss, what do you rate the Canik TTI Combat? If you're talking about that one right there, it is a Canik. It shoots good. It is nothing to do with Terran Tactical. There is nothing in that gun that was touched or manufactured by Terran Tactical. It is all Canik components, just slightly different spring rates and tensions. So it's basically a Meta SFT Pro with a comp on it. The gun shoots great because it's a Canik, not because it's a TTI. How I feel about the MPA Defender 9mm or the 5.7, depending on getting one on sale on PSA, and it doesn't seem horrible. The guns are kind of interesting. They're cheaper for a reason. You just earned a new sub. Thank you, I guess. Thank you. No touchy. Wait, did I try to touch a gun? Thank you, boss. Having to sell for 600 on them. Where are they selling a TTI for 600 bucks? Oh, you told somebody you can't touch them. Yep. How do you feel about hunting rifles like the 41 Great Lakes? I don't really do anything with rifles, man. I'm much more of a pistol channel. Sorry if I'm sitting awkward, but my leg is outstretched and elevated right now because it's extremely swollen and probably sending me to the hospital. I did not realize how swollen my leg was. What's my take on the Mac 9 double stack comp? I'm trying to get one from TSOS for a review. I like the concept. I have the Gerson version, basically. The Gerson is more of an accurate copy of the XC in that it has the island port barrel. But I'm trying to get a DS so I can give you a full one. Stay in California with a store called City Arms. My friend, she just bought one. That is intriguing. You should definitely buy one because cost through distributors on that gun is $840. So if they're selling it for $600, they are doing something fucky. How to get infected? Stepped on something. What's the oldest pistol in your collection? I have a 1903 pocket hammerless built in 1907. EAA, they import good stuff. Yeah, I actually talked with Keith, the owner of EAA, at NRA show. He and I get along well. We like the same stuff. He showed me some prototype stuff on his phone, and he told me how much he hates staccato, which is hilarious to me. By the way, when Keith from EAA hates staccato, everyone's complaining about Black Friday deals on tech this year. They've been asked for the past like 3 years. It's nothing new. Pretty much. Is that a Sphinx on top of the CZs? Very good eye. Yes, that is a Chris Sphinx SDP Compact Alpha. It has the aluminum frame, not the polymer frame. He sounds like a cool guy. He really is, man. This man at NRA show was crawling on the ground to find a pretty cool little. So when the EAA redid the Brat, he gave me one of the new keychains. I never got the gun because Omar over at EAA dropped the ball, but that's fine. If they don't like me, they don't like me. Do you shoot competition? Nope. Sorry, I do not. What gun is on the top left of the wall that you only see the barrel? That is a Diamondback DB15. Hey, you got a sub for me as well. I'm sharing the live. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I go live Monday through Friday. I won't be doing it on Thanksgiving, obviously, but I go live Monday through Friday. I'm also going to start live streaming here during the middle of the day, and I also have a Twitch channel, so go check it out. I'm the Jiminy Show on Twitch as well. I'm trying to grow all those channels. Buff, you're going to head out? Love you, homie. Don't know if I'll be back in time, but happy Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm heading out in 10 minutes, too, or 20 minutes, too. Just joking. No problem, PTS, whatever. How that is funny reinforces the idea that staccatos are a bunch of butts. Pretty much. So if you look at, mine is modified, but if you look at the grip on the Gerson 2311s, they are exact copy of STI's grips because he did it to piss off staccato. And he told me at NRA show, so I'm guessing they're going to come out at SHOT Show. He's making his own version of the HD. Hey, Fog, what's up? I've never been on Twitch. We'll go over there. If you have Amazon Prime, you get free Twitch subscriptions every month. Go over there, follow me, and when I get enough followers, subscribe. The Diamondback was my first AR-15. I mean, they're fine. That one is an upgraded version. Like, the cost on that one is like $800 when you buy them. I bought that used off of a guy, sold it to a buddy, and I just traded him back. Is the 2311 worth a darn? Yes, with a caveat. Get the X series, either the Match S or the Match X. You want the Match version of the gun because that gets the better internals, better springs, things like that. So I have the Match X and the Influencer X, and those two guns have been exceptional. Every state has a custom 2011 builders. What I get is that's the route I'm going. Fuck paying $3K for staccato. Pretty much. Can you burp on command? No. You start calling it 2011s. That would be kind of funny. Sweet. I love finding new ways to use my Prime membership. I don't use it enough. Yeah, so like I said, just go over there. It's twitch.com/thejiminy show. Give me a follow over there. If I can grow it, then I can do it. When I did the one test live stream on here, I got so many viewers. I was actually surprised. I got more viewers than most streamers do. It was kind of funny. Most of my weapons are for war and analog, either LPVO, tritium, or solar rechargeable with solar charger. My first Diamondback was a BMX back in the 70s. Ha! I get the reference. Just for that, I'm not following you. Thank you. Is that ARM-TAT a DMT molecule? I don't know. I actually told my buddy to do whatever he wanted, and I have no idea what he did. That one looks like a Tech AK underfolder, inadvertently. So you can see like the front sight comes up there. There's the gas piston shitty there, and the folding sight, and then there's the rear cover, and then the underfolder comes here. So you got the underfolder right there. So yeah, I basically have a Tech underfolder. Jiminy, you won't believe it. An oil filter fell out of my 2011, my AR-15. You wouldn't believe it, but all my bottles for some reason thread onto my guns. I like those tats, the techie shit in the molecule. Thanks. Very nice. What's the all-black pistol on the far top left? A yeet cannon. Oh, hold on a second. Somebody actually did their job and I fucked up. Hold on. Jimmy, let's see. How's the VP9 to shoot? It shoots like any other. Honestly, it shoots like any other striker-fired polymer gun. Sup, Joe? Is Gerson a good brand out of Turkey? Yes. Don't type in all caps. What are you getting for Christmas? Hopefully not another amputation. Bro, I see my favorite gun of all time. Nice. I got an underfolder when my belly hangs over my belt buckle. CCW ain't easy. 4 o'clock, baby. Do you have any tattoo regrets? No. How long have you been collecting? About 8 years. So I don't even regret the Glock tattoo. You fools paid me over $3,000 to get a Glock tattoo that I don't even barely acknowledge anymore. So, anyone got a good suggestion on full-size Canik 9mm, no extra money? Yeah, TP9 SFX or the Meta SFT. Since you're Innova in Fairfax is one of the best hospitals, but that might be a bit of a drive for you. I'm willing to drive out of fucking Winchester. Fuck Winchester. And I have Medicare, so I can go wherever I want. Tattoos are awesome. Thank you. I didn't start getting them until 2023. I'm a very late adopter to my midlife crisis. I'm 46, so I'm well past midlife. Although I did kill myself when I was 37, so technically it works. Do I have a Kumlauf? No. No. Love it. No regrets. I offered to get skeletonized Yosemite Sam for $2,000. Everyone wants a damn DMT tattoo until this really cool job comes around. Now I'm getting a Valkanut lasered off my neck. Ha! What PCs do you like? CMMG, Banshee, Ruger PCC. Those are my favorites. Sub 2K is kind of in the list. Also, my buddy's shop, Liberty Arms, are getting a couple of the Keltec CQBs, so I'm going to put one on hold until after the first of the year so I can get it without a $200 tax stamp. What do you need a hospital for? My leg is infected. What do you think about the platypus? It's fine. I need to buy a used one somewhere and shoot it. I don't feel like ordering a new one. I'm 37. It's scary. Ouch. Do I like the P95 9mm? Yes. Smith & Wesson MP15 was a good first AR2. Absolutely. I actually recommend the Sport 3 because it has a free floating handguard and a low-profile gas block. They got rid of the A2 front sight finally. You missed all my questions. Did I? Sorry. If I missed them, it's either because it's for some reason I'm just not seeing them. I'm sorry. I'm in a lot of fucking pain right now, dude. My leg is all fucked up, so I'm not really wanting to engage right now. I apologize. Would you buy a Turkish M4 clone? Sure. We keep hearing the platypus has some finishing quality issues too now, but didn't before. I don't know, man. I got to get my hands on one to really know. You got a lot of people asking about your, they're being hidden. Oh, I don't see when your comments are hidden using this version of the live stream because I'm just using YouTube live chat. Apollo 11, yay or nay? I'm going to go with a nay. I actually traded it for the Canik. The 3D printed grip is not that good, plus they're going out of business anyway. My wife's Ruger has over 20,000 rounds through it. She's had it almost 30 years. Oh yeah, keep it clean. It'll run forever, dude. Post-gunshot infection, knew another Marine who took a AK round to the hand, and after they cut it off, had to go back and take whole forearm due to infection. No, it's not a bullet wound. I stepped on something, but the problem is I'm allergic to all antibiotics. So whatever it is, whatever they're going to give me is going to make me feel like shit for a week. Just before the Thanksgiving holiday, too. So that's fucking great. Rocky's going to have to go there. That probably explains why he's been acting weird. He's probably smelled the infection for the last 2 days. Bretta Storm, what do you think? I like it. Am I gay? Everybody's gay. Me, I got the Sport 2. Nothing wrong with that. You could always take off that front handguard or the front A2 sight and replace it with the low pro. Do you like the Browning 1911? No, it's too expensive. That blows. Sorry, that sucks. Yeah. Do oil filters actually work or will it blow up the gun? Not giving any advice here, but as long as it threads onto the gun, it will work for a few shots. But you got to understand it's not designed to trap gases like that. It's designed to run liquids through it, so it's not designed to handle the full pressure. And once you blow a hole through it, it will get louder because their baffles aren't in line like they are with the suppressor. It's a filter. And dogs are so smart. Yeah, he is. Having a gay old time meant something totally different before. Ask the Flintstones. Yeah, pretty much. But let's face it, if Ryan Reynolds wanted to suck my dick, I'd let him. But that also explains why I've been so tired. See, I pretty much ignore all my pain and shit until I can't walk anymore, and right now my leg hurts so bad, yeah, it's fucked. Alright, I thought you would instantly blow it up. Depending on the pressure you're putting through it, I guess it's possible. Same here, he's cute. Pretty much. How bad did I fuck up for that Browning to be my first 1911? You didn't fuck up. The guns are good. They're just expensive, man. What's it from? Are you diabetic? Yes, I'm diabetic. No, it's not from that. I'm allergic to antibiotics, and about 10 years, I stepped on something that caused a bone infection, osteomyelitis, and it's just snowballed. Are those Burno launchers? Where? Thoughts on a Remington R1 as my first 1911? I'm not a fan of them, but that's because of what they did to para ordnance. So a Remington R1 enhanced, so the E models are literally para ordnance guns built on para ordnance tooling. Remington and Freedom Group killed para ordnance, so that's the only reason I don't like Remington R1s. The guns themselves are okay. I'm not reading your sentences, Crano, because I don't want it to be audible that I'm reading that somebody's using what you're using for your purposes of what you're doing. 1911 R1 Enhanced, got it from a job decent for what it is. Yeah, like I said, they're para ordnance guns. They're fine. If you look at a 2016 Remington R1 Enhanced, the rear sight literally says para ordnance on it. Your PC has Mad Matrix vibes. You should put a mini figurine of Neo connected to wires, lol. It's got a lot of cabling going on. I understand. I'm surgical first assistant, so I'm always curious about people's surgical issues. Good luck, brother. Yeah, unfortunately, you also did the exact same thing every health professional does, is you went straight to diabetes. And I get it. It's a very common cause for people to have issues, but it's also one of the kind of the stupidest thing to do without examining a person. And I'm not calling you stupid, but diabetes is to healthcare professionals in a live setting what cancer is to WebMD. The fact that you guys see the fact that diabetes appears in a chart means that you fucking put on blinders and you don't give a fuck about, not you, but doctors. They don't give a shit about any fucking thing else except for the fact that I have diabetes. When they took my blood and tested it in the emergency room while I was having a problem, my blood sugar was 91. Yet they still saw it as that. So, yeah, so the problem is that fucking doctors laser focus on that shit to the detriment of everything else. They're looking for horses, so they're finding horses, even though there's a zebra over here going, it's fucking this. So there is a point at which but doctors' fucking focus goggles and target fucking lock can ruin the ability to have healthcare. That's why I don't trust any fucking doctor. I look at every test result. I look at every order they put in. I do not allow doctors to do anything without running it by me first. I have spent so much time in hospitals, I might as well have an honorary fucking doctorate. That is 100% fact. Pretty much. Doctor, what's up? It's good. Barrel length of 5.56 for medium to long range. Looking for recreation. 16 to 20 inch. Why do I keep finding you on YouTube? Because I'm fucking awesome, to mark you. Thoughts on Smith & Wesson 945? Never shot one. I hate doctors for the same exact reason. Yep. Would a CZP07C be good for a beginner? For the money, I like the DASA option. Absolutely. But the one thing I'm going to tell you is shoot it. Practice with it. Don't buy it, put it in your belt, and think, oh, I'm good. Fucking shoot that gun. Put 1,000 rounds through it the first month you have it. Get comfortable with that gun. Know what it feels like when the safety might be slipping off. Know what it's like when you're getting close to the break on the trigger. Know what your gun's going to do when you fire hollow points through it or your regular training ammo. Know your gun. Love your gun. Trust your gun. You have a 1911. Nope, don't know what a 1911 is. Get a PO1 instead. The PO1 is just for us real men that know how to carry full metal guns. He can have his PO7. Have I got shot before? Just, like regular shots, with the decocker. Oh, you lost me. You need a tactical model SPO1 to get a decocker. I have the standard SPO1 with the safety. I don't answer good entry guns. A shotgun with a door breacher is a good entry gun. What about it? Any kind of router? Ruger, Rouser? No big iron on the real man's wall? Do you not see the GP100, motherfucker? Alright, we got about 5 minutes left. How many of you haven't hit the like button yet? I'm not going to feed my dog another treat unless we get to 100 likes. Full metal gun, I just don't know what to get. 1911s and CZ75s. A Beretta would be cool, like that Ghost. That's a cool one. Thoughts on ARPs? What would you recommend for range fun? Any of them. CMMGs are probably the best ones, but they're very expensive, but they use roller delayed blowback, kind of like an MP5. Very easy to shoot. Whoops, wasn't shiny enough. No. You just didn't know it was up there. You're used to not seeing revolvers and you thought you could get me. Ha ha! Fuck you. I love you, fish. See a lot of guns in 9, 40, and 45. That's the most common calibers. That's why. I love my 85 Combat. Those are cool. I had one. McManus has it now. I've seen some cheap 5.56 ARPs. Oh yeah, Diamondback's DBR9R. You can usually have those in like the 5.50 range, and they're pretty solid. Cool collection. Thank you, Tim. Have a good holiday. Fuck the doctors. Good night. Thank you, Joseph. The Smith & Wesson 2.0 carry comp. Yeah, that's what my buddy has. You have a lot of guns too. You shoot only 3 consistently with lots of rounds for that reason. Have to be familiar with what you carry. 100%. It's the one thing that I tout to a lot of people. I got 8,000 rounds through my carry gun. If you can't shoot it well, you shouldn't be shooting it at all. What semi-auto pistols do you like? 99% of them. It's easier to tell you which ones I don't like. Chiappa, Glock, Staccato, Terran Tactical. That's why I carry my PCR. That's a good choice. I would tell the chat how to make one fit if Jim allows me. No, I will not allow that. I apologize, man. You can't do that. Are they real? Yes. 8 more likes or I'm not feeding Rocky any more treats ever again. Rocky, you should come over here and beg them. Hey, Rocky, are you alive? Oh, I found out that if I do that through a header, a exhaust header for a car, I have a loose one laying around, don't we all? He freaks out. It's funny as fuck. What's better for concealing or EDC, Glock or Smith & Wesson? They both manufacture smaller guns, man, either one. I am ready. Fine, 5.56 if you're a range junkie, 6.22 arc for everything besides dumping tons of brass. Yep. You should give Milo some treats. He's been in the dark and alone and cold for the whole weekend. Here, Milo. He's covered in dog fur, though. Treats can. Give dog bite. My buddy did that with Snosity. Oh, no. You got to be very careful. It says right on the box how many a dog can have. So he's had 2 today. He can have up to 5 a day because of his weight. What car do you have, Corino? By the way, you can make anything a turbo manifold if you have a Sawzall and a TIG welder. Or a MIG welder. Armor piercing incendiary round. 94 E320. How do they not make a fucking turbo manifold for that car? Perfect. It's the key. Yep, pretty much. Thoughts on M&P Gen 1 metals? They're fine. Not my favorite. MIG. TIG and SIG. What happened to your eyes? They look swollen. I'm in an extreme amount of pain, yet I'm still live streaming because I love you guys. I literally can't read anything right now. Are older gen Glocks better? They're all the same, man. Glock is Glock is Glock is Glock. Anybody that tells you they can tell the difference between the generations is fucking high. Nor an intake manifold. LS swap. High point, high power. All the same. I'm going to mount light to bottom of 50 BMG. That way you can see it coming even when you can see it coming. You know the best caliber for hunting deer is a 55 mile an hour Ford Explorer? Or they are Glock obsessed idiots. Pretty much. Man, I can tell the difference. The Gen 3s have the finger grooves, the Gen 5s don't, and so they feel completely different. Yeah, but they still have a piece of plastic that's considered a safety. Help me top up my money for a laptop for school. Hi, hang on a second. I'm going to go to your channel and help you out. Tracer 50. Nope. Armor piercing incendiary, not a tracer. A-Pit has red at the top. Glock store has been real quiet since Joe said that. Pretty much. Unless it's Gen 1 or Gen 2, Glock is Glock. Even Gen 1 and Gen 2s are the same, man. You know how many Gen 2s I've worked on? They're fucking the same to me. Shut up. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Wavy. I love you. I love my i6. It's indestructible. Well, then build your own manifolds. Take care, Joe. Rocky and chat. Need sleep. Always a good hangman. Yep. Hello from Alaska. I'm new to Red Dots. I have a used Trigicon RMO 90. You know if they turn off on their own? They should. They should. If not, hold the down button. Hey, Rocky, you want to say goodbye to everybody? Then we're going to go to bed? Come here. Come here, pal. Rocky likes to sleep through the live streams. Hi, Rocky. You know, you make people think that I'm abusing you because you always look sleepy. That's why I don't want Glock. They're boring. Pretty much. Bye, Rocky. So sleepy. Yep. He's a cute pie. Yeah, Rocky's a good boy. Look at his fur. Oh, look at his dangly thing. Come here, buddy. Tell everybody goodbye, buddy. Tell everybody good night. Look at him. He instantly starts laughing. He's a smiler. What do you recommend for Shadow Systems MR920? HoloSun 507K. You don't abuse Rocky when he sleeps. No, Rocky's a good boy, man. Rocky gets what he wants. Good luck at the hospital, bro. Thank you. I'll keep you guys updated with the post. Hey, Rocky, can you say goodbye to the crew? Say bye-bye. All right, guys. Told you I have fans.